Hello, everyone. This is Cody Lee of BlackCatBooks.org, author of I, the Dragon, Cruel and Beautiful Rabbit Hole Lore and Frame, the upcoming Jaw of the Dragon. This is very important. Toby Fox, as of this recording, has not officially confirmed what exactly he did for Pokemon. We don't know exactly what tracks he composed and what Game Freak composed. We know he didn't do all of it. So it's just a matter of speculation at this point as to like what he did and what he didn't do. And like my immediate reaction upon hearing this is, okay, so what? It's like without like Toby Fox specifically naming what he does, like his fans can't like congregate on like specific videos of like that specific particular song and like talk about how great he is, right? That was what I was thinking. But what I've seen since then, like even though we don't know exactly what Toby Fox, what track he did for the game, I'm seeing his fanboys still insist that like his tracks are better than everything else in the game, even though we don't know exactly which tracks he composed. I've heard them claim that like he's done like the champion theme. I've heard him like I've heard them say all sorts of things. They typically keep them vague, keep it vague, but yeah, it does kind of come off that way. Is that like in order to like prop up Toby Fox, the fans are trying to like shit on like the rest of the music in the game, even though that like we don't have an accurate idea of what exactly Toby Fox did. We don't know which songs are his and which songs are like pure Game Freak. So again, this is a really good example of just how blindly devoted Toby Fox fans are to Undertale and like the legend of Toby Fox, of just pretending that like he's just so much better than Game Freak. That's actually one of the things I've noticed is that like they'll try to tell you that like Toby Fox's compositions are the only good thing about Pokemon. Like the only good thing about Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet is like the Toby Fox track that's in it, when that's just clearly not true at all for either of those games. Like these people don't care about Pokemon at all. They're mostly just invested in trying desperately to prop up Toby Fox as like some legendary composer when he really fundamentally cannot compete. And I've mentioned this before, like in several community posts and vlogs and stuff like that. I've mentioned this several times. Like it's not really true. Toby Fox cannot compete with regular composers. He cannot like make original tracks. He has to plagiarize from existing material. He has to like really limit himself, because if he actually does a ton of work on a project, it becomes very apparent that he's not actually all that talented of a musician. Like that's what we've been seeing consistently for years. Again, like every game he's done soundtracks for since Undertale have been a complete and utter failure, right? It's been like a notable just how poorly the soundtrack for a lot of these games have been received. Sword and Shield is a really good example of this, in that like the Toby Fox, the one song that was in the game from Toby Fox, kind of got mogged by like the better songs in that soundtrack, and nobody cared about it. And it's kind of going down the same route this time, in which like nobody is really talking about Toby Fox at all, unless it's to hype up like his alleged like rise to stardom, right? That's kind of what we're seeing here is people just trying to pretend that Fox is a much bigger deal than he actually is.